Being humble versus being humiliated. Hi, my name's Ed Riggins, but most people just call me Riggo, and welcome back to Thoughts for Thursday. Humble, showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Considered a good trait, right? Humiliate, makes someone feel ashamed and foolish by injuring their dignity or self-respect. Not good. I can choose to be humble, but allowing myself to be humiliated is also a choice, isn't it? Two quick stories. First story from the mid-'80s. One time very early in my career, I worked part-time after hours calling people to sell them newspaper subscriptions back at a time when people had the paper delivered to their homes. It wasn't an easy job, but it made me some money and helped me to fund the startup period in my commercial real estate brokerage practice. A couple of years after I stopped working at that job, I was out making some old-school door-to-door calls trying to drum up business. I asked at the front desk if I could meet with the decision maker. A guy came strolling out into the lobby to greet me who clearly was not the decision maker. Without any introduction, he simply said, "I remember you from when we worked together. You weren't good at selling newspapers then, and it doesn't look like you're very good at real estate now." Ouch. I was just a kid in my mid-20s trying to navigate a big world in a new city in a very competitive business as a first-generation college graduate. I don't think I actually cried when I got back to my car after that experience, but I'm pretty sure I wanted to. Second story from the late 90s. I was out making some old school door-to-door calls trying to drum up business. I asked at the front desk if I could meet with the decision maker. A guy came strolling out of the lobby to greet me. He waved me over toward the conference room. It looked like he was going to give me a minute to introduce myself. Instead, as I went to sit down, he said, "Don't get comfortable." And then he went on to dress me down for bothering him and told me to leave. This time I didn't go back to my car with my tail between my legs, though. I just continued making my calls. The difference between the first time and the second time was that in the intervening years I had dealt with my "you are not enough" voice. By the time of the second story, I'd learned to do something requiring humility without fear of humiliation. When someone tries to humiliate you, it says nothing about you and everything about them. Here's Riggo as a number 64. If you ever find yourself fretting about someone else's opinion of you, try to remember this. It's probably much worse than you imagine. They're not thinking about you at all. They're thinking about themselves. Great to be with you. Hope you join me again next week.
Doors closing.